Michu.com, survival Korean, but intense survival Korean, and more powerful at that. So this is episode number 2. In the first episode, the introductory lesson, we talked about the fact that all you need are three, that's it. 3 pivotal expressions, and you'll be able to cover about 80% of the things you want to say without having to learn a bunch of multi-syllabic phrases and expressions that you'll never remember or have to carry around the book. This particular episode, for the first episode, you'll find the first episode at michu.com/Bob. B-O-B, that's me. Okay. And I recommend that you start there because otherwise you'll be lost if you just start with this episode. I am. In Korean, to say I am, you would say nanon. Na-non. Nanon. However, here's the trouble. Korean is a largely implied language. So most of the pronouns are always implied. In fact, articles, definite articles, indefinite articles, they're also implied. In fact, conjunctions are also implied. Just about everything is implied. In other words, I'll give you an example. If you were to ask, which do you want? Do you want Italian food or Korean food? Actually, that's a bad example. Forget I even said that. Just fast forward. Actually, you're already ahead on the clock, so don't fast forward anywhere. Just watch from here. I'll give you an actual example. During the feudal times. During the feudal times, if a feudal lord walked by one of his friends, who was also a different feudal lord, and he had a sword on, and he walked by, and he spent an unusually long period of time saying hello to someone, being unusually nice to the person, and then he said something like, "How's your family doing? Were you recently able to communicate that you love them?" Then his general, his second in command, would know what that meant, and the general, the second in command, would pull out his sword and cut the other feudal lord's head off. Because the implication there was, I hope you had a chance. It's kind of like the mafia. I hope you had a chance to say your goodbyes, is what's actually happening. So put it in perspective that way, and don't try and memorize or don't even use pronouns. So when I say that the most common thing to say is I am, so you would say I am hungry, I am tired, I am sleepy, I am cold, I am hot, I am 27 years old, you get the picture. About 20 to 30% of the things you would possibly want to say in Korea would all begin with I am, except that I am is implied. It's silent. You don't even say it. So how I learned Spanish and French, there are some things that are implied. Not nearly as much as in Korean. So I would just mouth what I wanted to say. So practice doing this. If you wanted to say I am tired, you would say 나는 피곤해. But don't do the 나는. Just don't do the 나는 and just go 피곤해. 배고파, which means hungry. 추워, which means cold. So think of it that way. Think of it that way, and all you have to do is say 피곤해, 추워, 배고파. 피곤해, 추워, 배고파. Those respectively were tired, cold, and hungry. Tired, cold, and hungry. Hot is 더워, 더워. Sleepy is 잠와, 잠와. Sleepy, hungry, tired, cold, hot, angry. 화나서, 화나서. Angry, 화나서. Sad, 슬퍼, 슬퍼. So that should get you about 15 to 20% of the things that you'd want to say when you say I am. For the rest of the vocabulary words that you can just bolt on, anything else that you'd want to bolt on to the end of I am. I am American. I am from California. I am an only child. I am all these extra vocab words that you want to bolt on to the end of, or which you don't say, come to meetyou.com/Bob and you'll be able to download your vocab list. And it's nice to meet you.